All right, everybody. Today is 20 Minutes with Bridgette, and it is June 4th, 2020. And today I'm going to give you a download on the upload. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to give you some information and data. So we're going to be talking about the K-27, or and my teacher liked to talk about them as the K-27's. Kind of like the brothers, right? They're together. And so I kind of prepared what I could kind of find on the internet about it that I thought, I always try to really pick fun, good links, right? Things that I would want to read or, glean out of. So why don't we go there? Whoops. I have too many different pieces of technology that I use, and they're all different every time for the most part. Okay. All right, here we go. So we got 20 Minutes with Bridgette, June 4th, 2020, the K-27's. Also, this video goes up onto Patreon. This is a Patreon-only video, and that's my Patreon account. You guys know that. And then I added some stuff here, client testimonials from clients of mine, and fees and schedule for private sessions. I do lots of different stuff. So we're going to talk about, I like to talk about the K-27's more in, energetic or shamanism type work. So we're going to go back. That's going to be the bulk of what we're going to talk about, which are like the battery connectors, right? So basically the K-27's, if you go here to the peak and you slide down, you're going to feel some pockets right there. Those are what, you kind of get on here. Those are the K-27's. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll go over this again. So, because I know I'm on screen share. So we'll talk about that. We're going to do a little nice practice. It's going to be some acupressure and tea massage, and we're going to do a couple little yums that'll make you feel so good. All right. So I put on here, this is the blurb that I wrote today, which was, please see the record video on Patreon for this part of the teaching. There are no links on the internet that I can add for this. This is a teaching that was taught to me by my native teacher who I studied with when I was 23 years old, and has to do with energy regulation of the body. Okay. All right, so here's the K-27's, where they're at. We're going to kind of do a broad, we're going to do a T, some work on a much needed area that needs lots of work in everybody. Okay, here was pretty cool. Everyone should know that according to traditional medicine, TCM, acupressure point K-27 on the chest is effective point for relieving throat, chest, and back pain. K-27 also opens your ability to breathe deeply, which is a key to releasing endorphins, neurochemicals that relieve pain. K-27 acupressure points on both sides are good for the chest, congestion, phlegm, cough, throat spasms, sore throat, swallow, breathing, difficulty breathing, tight chest, tight pain, anxiety, agitation, thyroid irregularities. I've done some thyroid work, so go back and look at those videos. Yeah, and it's one of the master points, right? There's 12 master points in the body. So we're not going to get into that because our focus, there's a link there. KD27, clinical usages, Chinese medicine, opens, relaxes chest, coughing, tightness, tonify, KD deficiency, leading adrenal exhaustion, fatigue, lowered immunity, local point for neck, jaw issues, and pain and tension. And then there's this kind of fun, this lady is kind of showing you a little practice that she does on herself and people, and you can learn that. All right, so let me get out of screen share. So this kind of work can be super awesome with the throat and neck, especially on the back and the front, the thoracic there in the back, also the front area, also arm. You start getting arm pain and arm soreness, you can kind of help with that. Can help with you know, preventative heart attacks. It's going to reduce your stress because it's, you know, the K27 is very much connected to the Kidian meridian. So that's where we start to see in osteopathic medicine, I do anyway, with a lot of clients that I have, prolonged stress, because that's where the spine and the structure start to fully collapse. And then it starts causing all kinds of different problems, digestive issues, urinary type issues, breathing issues, liver, gallbladder issues. You know, you're either IBS or constipation, breathing. So just this little area can do a lot. I mean, it's not going to fix your structure in the back, but it's going to release the problematic responses to it until you can actually find somebody who can actually open it up and fix it for you. And it gives you something that you can do, right? That this is what a lot of these classes were about, was giving you information so people can do this kind of stuff, right? So individually. So if you also, then you have all those systems collapses and, you know, a lot of stuff like that. So basically, it's going to help a lot of assortment of issues. So the biggest issue with the K27s and, you know, the coming into the kidney area is that it's usually adrenal fatigue and the adrenals are exhausted. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff that's going on back there. Another thing that's really interesting is that you can, so if we go to the top of these little circle things, you feel in there, you got like the heads of these circle bones. You go down, you're going to find a pocket, right? It's probably going to be pretty sore. But if you feel, you know, your little nodules, you can feel like some stuff, right? One's kind of further back and this way, one's forward. So this is also going to tell you like the impact of your structure and how misaligned your entire structure is. Because, you know, it's going to show the signs of, you know, usually on the right side, you know, you drop shoulder, which is going to also be noticeable here. You know, you're looking at some gallbladder, liver kind of stuff, you know, so there's a lot that can be said and told about these little nodules and their position. You know, I check them out when I work on people and help to kind of release those. But anyway, so we're in the K27 pockets, right? So right here, so a couple things. My teacher, the way that she looked at the K27s, mostly above them, we did work on the nodules here, and you can feel them. There's a hole, you can stick your finger in there, and then you can move over, and there's these little circular points here, right? So we worked a lot with those. So I'm going to be working with those, and we're going to start there, all right? Because this is, we're going to go from an energetic practice, because these are the batteries. So when you have a battery, there's a red and a black, right? Little column that sticks up that you can attach something that needs electricity driven to it, right? And the battery being the electrical point. So sometimes that you have to work these to get your battery working, right? And being able to actually start storing energy again to fill all of your, you know, other physical, biological actions that need to take place. You need energy for that. And so the way I look at it is that the right side is the negative, which is black and kind of grounding. And the feminine, it would be the red column, which is, you know, both are needed, positive and negative, right? So that's kind of like how I look at it. So we're going to actually kind of like do some circles, just some fast ones on your little nodules here. Oh, you can just totally really get into it and just really get in there and kind of rub around. Ooh. You can start to also feel kind of like some relief that comes. So we're just moving around in those nodules. Oh, especially this one's pretty tight. And breathe and get in there and dig around in those little nodules. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do, and do it on both. I just don't know how this is reacting to the microphone, so I'm just going to go here. So we're going to go around the nodule, and we're going to do, you know, like that, circle away from each other. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. Go away, circle on the nodules. Oh, it's so good. And then together, come together, just really rub on them pretty good. Oh. All right, now we're just gonna let it set for just a minute. And now we're gonna kind of I'm trying to figure out how I should do this. I guess I could go this way. All right, let's try that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tap on them. Breathe. Let the nodules release. Take in a deep breath. So we're going to connect our body to the battery, kind of, sort of speaking, warm that up. And take your points, right? Like you're connecting your cables to the engine of the car. And we're going to stick our fingers on those nodule points, and we're going to slightly push in on them and hold. And sometimes, you know, you can feel the actual muscle and bones like release or relax, or you can feel like a pulse. And those are perfectly normal things, and those are good signs. It means that you're heading in the right direction. Okay, so now we're going to do some K-27 acupressure stuff, and we're going to do like a T angle. It's going to be sort of similar to what that lady was doing on her video. Go back and look at that. But I'm going to add something in. So we're going to go from the top of the nodules down to the K-27 indent point, right? And we're going to push and breathe. Push and breathe. And you're going to go ahead and just go across, right? To as far as you can go, right? Then we're going to hold there. And if you can, you can take the other hand and you can kind of go down the bone area. We're going to go here to this pocket here. So just go ahead and press in. And then move over to the very end, kind of where you can feel the bone kind of come down into there before it goes into your arm. And then just go ahead and press in there. That should be pretty sore. And breathe. I'm starting to sweat. And breathe. You're going to take the other side, and you're just going to go down to that point. I'm going to do that middle finger because it's going to be easier. Go ahead and push. And breathe. And then over here, oh, I got another sore spot. So I'm going to stop there and going to do that spot right there. And you'll feel it like right before up on that bone, kind of across. Now we're going to go kind of right before it turns into the arm. So I'm going to find that sweet spot in there right before it goes into the arm. There it goes right there. And then go ahead and push that and breathe. And sometimes you can just, you know, if you feel stuff in there, just, you know, hold it for a minute, you know, give it a hold, push deeper and hold in one spot, right? So we're going to T massage it. T massage is just gentle touching and just kind of doing a circular motion. So we're going to just do some T massage. Yeah, do the T massage. And I'm just going to go all the way across. Same area worked. Awesome. Do this side with T massage. Doesn't really matter if you're going positive or negative. I mean, overall, spiritually, if I've done something to myself and I need to delete it, I need to reverse it, I need to go, I'll usually go counterclockwise, you know? especially if it's an injury, because I want to, you know, take it back through its timeline. And if I want to create, you know, something new, better pattern, then I like to use clockwise. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to actually, I don't know, we're going to come out a little bit off the direct breastplate, and we're going to go ahead and push, breathe. Then we're going to get another spot, and we're going to breathe. Ooh, that's a sore spot. And we're going to go one more and breathe. Oh, that's super good. Now this one I like to get a little bit rough. Ooh, felt a big old lymph node pop. Oh, so good. Okay, sorry. I needed this maybe more than you guys needed it. All right, and then rub pretty good, vigorously. Ooh, and then together towards, do that. Oh, oh, oh. All right, and we're gonna sit. Hey, come here. Uh-oh, cat and dogs playing. What? All right, come here. You're right here. Thank you, baby. Sit down. Okay. Hold on. Get down. Thank you. All right. So let me see where we're at. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to do like a kind of a push kind of a thing. So sometimes I like to just push towards, right? Ooh, that place that I worked. So I'm just gently, but you know, pushing the muscle that I just worked, all those muscles in there. I'm just going to push them towards. Oh, and then I'm going to do a pull away. All right, and a pull away. All right, okay. All right, so now we're going to do some tapping. So big breath. And then we're going to tap right here. So I'm going to have you taking a deep breath. Breathe big ones in your nose, out your nose. Okay. Oh, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have you put your hands together and just get that energy circulating. You're probably going to feel a lot of stuff circulating. On a lot of levels. So let's go ahead and heat up our hands a little bit, and then let's put it on the area just to give it a little bit of love and gratitude, and also help fill our battery, make sure our battery is connected. Sometimes, you know, healing, generating energy, power, you know, just comes from the intention of touching base sometimes. And that can do a huge amount. All right, everybody, thanks for listening. Bridgette Lynn Dolgoff, 20 Minutes with Bridgette. And today's been Thursday, June 4th, K-27's. And have a fantastic day. Bye.